So you like cryptocurrency, but aren't a fan of massive dives cryptocurrency can take when celebrity influencers are vague about their intentions to sell or not sell large quantities of your favorite coin. Well, boy, do I have the video for you. By the time you're done watching this video, you'll know the 5 best cryptocurrency stocks to invest in that will grow even with all the volatility that your favorite coins are experiencing. So lovingly, tenderly, gently, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's get started. You're watching Finance Squared, and I'm your host, Derek West, and on this channel, we love talking about all things personal finance, including stocks and definitely crypto. And we love when we can talk about both topics in the same video. And if you like those topics as well, you'll be doing yourself a disfavor if you're not subscribed with post notifications turned on. So with that in mind, do yourself a favor, and the whole world as a matter of fact, and go ahead and subscribe, and you'll be glad you did. On April 16th, you were probably glad you did buy Bitcoin. And on that date, Bitcoin reached its apex of greater than $64,000. But ever since then, as of the production date of this video, if you were invested in Bitcoin, you had nothing but heartburn as the price has been in free fall for the last couple of weeks. There are several reasons for the free fall of Bitcoin and Ethereum. China cracking down on trading and mining of Bitcoins and other cryptocurrency. People simply taking profits from all-time highs, and celebrity influencers being coy with plans to sell or not to sell. No matter what the reason, the price drop is probably concerning to a lot of folks who were invested in it. Except me. I'm a cryptocurrency OG who invested before it was cool. So unless the price falls below $400, I'll be making a profit. So yeah. That said though, even if it does, there are ways that you can still make money investing in cryptocurrency. You see, purchasing crypto tokens and holding them is only one of 3 popular ways to invest in cryptocurrency. That is to say, buy and hold, day trade, or invest in the edges. Like I said, buying and holding cryptocurrencies is probably the most popular way people invest in a cryptocurrency. When you head onto Coinbase and purchase a token, you're holding onto a cryptocurrency. More than likely, you're betting that the price will continue to go higher, unless you're doing some sort of shorting strategy with cryptocurrencies. Now, buy and hold is not a bad strategy. The fact of the matter is that as governments do all they can to help the economy recover, they will continue to be, quote unquote, stimulating the economy. And that is a euphemism for printing money, meaning that the value of the dollar and the yen and the won will continue to fall, and the value of cryptocurrencies will be rising in relationship to them. Now, there's one slight flaw with that strategy. You see, if the only reason your cryptocurrency holdings are getting more valuable is that your reference currency is getting less valuable, you're only really treading water. You're not sinking, you're not rising. You're just doing okay. And if you're watching a channel like this, you're probably just not trying to just do okay, you're trying to do better than average. You're trying to really increase your wealth and the wealth of your family and your friends. The ideal scenario is that your holdings rise in value in relation to your reference currency. That is what Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies are currently doing right now, or have currently been doing in the past couple of years. If at some point they skyrocket in relationship to the dollar losing value, then yeah, you're not necessarily making any more money. You're just treading water. The other popular tactic is to day trade your cryptocurrencies and try and profit on the differences in price between individual currency pairs. Again, that's also a pretty good strategy. It's a similar strategy to trading in regular fiat currencies like the dollar and the yen, or the dollar and the pound, or the dollar and the euro. The flaw with this strategy is similar to the flaw with other high-frequency trading strategies, like day trading stocks. In other words, it's hard to consistently pick winners and losers on a week-to-week, day-to-day, or hour-by-hour basis. To do that requires quite a bit of technical knowledge, and you need to be really dialed into your signals and events, which can trigger minor and major movements on one cryptocurrency versus another. Either that, or get a trading bot to handle that strategy for you. The problem with trading bots is that they're only as good as the algorithms and signals that you feed them. If the algorithms are no good, then you're not going to make much money. Same thing with the signals. Now, there's a problem with both of those strategies, and my problem with them is that they treat cryptocurrencies fundamentally incorrectly, in my personal opinion. If we break it down, cryptocurrency is money that's not centralized. If you break it down even further, it's simply ones and zeros that live on someone's hard drive somewhere. Are they valuable, ones and zeros? Yeah, sure they are. Are those ones and zeros 60,000 times more valuable than the dollar? Probably not at this point. Again, they could be at some point in the future. But here's what cryptocurrency is not. Cryptocurrency is not a commodity. Now, there are some wild use cases for certain tokens out there that may radically change the way everyone interacts with technology. But again, it's not quite there yet. Commodities are things like gold, silver, wheat, lumber, corn, frozen concentrated orange juice, things of tangible value that can be used and manipulated into products for the general public. Products that the general public will gladly pay their hard-earned money to acquire. Cryptocurrencies are not companies. Companies take things like commodities and turn them into products that people pay good money for. Sometimes, in order to fund their operations, companies sell shares of themselves on markets. Markets such as the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. Other times they take out loans in popular markets. Popular markets include the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. You can buy shares of these companies or baskets of shares of these companies, and oftentimes make a good deal of money. In fact, index mutual funds of stocks are probably one of the safest investments you will ever make. But cryptocurrencies are not companies. If you buy and hold them, their price can and will fluctuate wildly as they are a new asset class, unique from all other asset classes, and one which I am convinced most people don't really have a grasp of quite yet. But what if you could invest in cryptocurrency without buying an actual cryptocurrency or day trading a cryptocurrency? Well, you can. And here are 5 companies that I think will be making a great deal of crypto cash in the next few years. Starting off with PayPal. PayPal announced back in April of 2021, I believe, that its mobile payment app, Venmo, will now offer users the ability to buy, sell, and hold 4 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. According to one survey, some 30% of Venmo users already deal in crypto. Adding this capability will make their customers' transactions more convenient, and it now means that their 70 million strong user base will have an easy access to exchange their tokens with each other. More than half of PayPal's 29 million merchants are on board with this payment option, and more will soon be added, according to Mark Palmer, a financial analyst with the firm BTIG. The next company we're going to talk about is CleanSpark. CleanSpark is a software and clean energy company. Their software is designed to control microgrid and distributed energy systems that allow users to go off the grid and thus use more clean energy sources, which is a good use case in and of itself. But CleanSpark recently raised $200 million in capital by issuing 9 million common shares to buy Bitcoin mining rigs. What is a Bitcoin mining rig? Well, cryptocurrencies are decentralized ledgers utilizing blockchain as their storage mechanism. In order to add new blocks to the chain, mathematical puzzles need to be solved. That's what puts the crypto in cryptocurrency. The puzzle is effectively the validation of a transaction somewhere on the network. The reward for solving that puzzle is 1 new Bitcoin for whoever solved it, which is how Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies can validate transactions without the need for a central authority like a central bank or a corporation. Well, a Bitcoin mining rig is a machine that is designed specifically to solve these mathematical puzzles. Now, the method that is used to resolve these puzzles has been criticized as anti-efficient and horrible for the environment, which can be described as one of the long-term risks of Bitcoin in my mind. But CleanSpark is doing its part by standing up its rig in an Atlanta mining location that's supposedly 95% carbon-free, meaning it's theoretically utilizing clean energy sources. Definitely a company that you should keep your eye on. So then there's Coinbase, which is an obvious pick. And if you're not invested in it, what are you waiting for? Coinbase's user base has grown from 32 million in fiscal year 2019 to 56 million in first quarter 2021. Another key metric is that monthly transacting users has reached 6.1 million as of the first quarter of 2021. Not to mention its strong institutional investor user base of about 7,000 customers, which is another avenue for revenue growth in the company, which could fuel the value of its stock to rise even more. Next up, we have Marathon Digital. Marathon Digital is a cryptocurrency miner with a focus on Bitcoin. In April of this year, the company mined 162.1 Bitcoins, which is only the beginning of this company's ambitions. They plan to have 103,000 miners by the first quarter of 2022, and they expect to mine between 55 and 60 Bitcoins per day once they have completed their planned expansion. And assuming that the price of Bitcoin rebounds from its late May doldrums, they could be looking at revenue numbers of $94.4 million per month and $86.5 million in profit per month in fiscal year 2020. The app Cash App, which is owned by Square, reported 3 million active Bitcoin customers, and 1 million customers purchased their first Bitcoin using their app. Those transactions generated $1.76 billion with a B dollars in revenue for the company in fiscal year 2020. As more and more people begin to use cryptocurrencies, Square is in a position to benefit. You could be in a position to benefit with them if you owned some of their stock. And then there's Cannaan. Mining companies are important to the crypto eco space. Like I talked about earlier, mining cryptocurrencies is how they can stay decentralized and not need to be controlled by central governments or corporations. And companies that mine those Bitcoins are key for helping with that. And Cannaan is a company that creates the rigs that other companies and individuals use to mine cryptocurrencies. The company has an order backlog of $104 million as of Q4 2020. And in April of 2021, the company announced an agreement with Genesis Digital Assets for sale of Bitcoin mining machines worth $93.63 million. With Bitcoin and other coins still selling at incredibly high levels, people will be buying mining rigs to look to take advantage. And companies like Cannaan will be there to help. And finally, we have Shopify. Shopify, much like yours truly, was a cryptocurrency early adopter, and it looks like it will pay off in spades for itself and its investors as cryptocurrency utilization becomes more popular. Through third-party payment providers, Shopify has long allowed its vendors to accept cryptocurrency through those partners, such as Coinbase Commerce, BitPay, GoCoin, and CoinPayments.net. And it really is only the beginning, as they've been looking to creep more and more into the DeFi space. That's decentralized finance for all you noobs out there. Don't just occupy your space, subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications so that you don't miss out on all these great nuggets of wisdom on cryptocurrency, stocks, and more. And be sure to like this video if you liked this video, and drop us a comment with the stocks you have in your portfolio that are crypto oriented. Inquiring minds need to know. And remember, a goal without a plan is a wish. A goal with a plan and no action. Well, that's just a wish list. Take action on your personal finance by diversifying your crypto holdings with stocks that are crypto oriented. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.